Yo, this is Dan. Today we're doing From Boys to Men Part 4. In here we have another guest again, Bilal.
Hello. We're going to talk about finding yourself as a man and noticing when you're lost, and it's fine to be lost. So we're going to go down that topic. We're going to go on a little adventure, you know, get lost in London and hopefully find ourselves at the end of it.
I'm also here with two moral support.
What's up, guys? My name is Mongkol. And I'm just here for moral support and, you know,
Good vibes only, good vibes only. So first things first, we're gonna head to my home base. I like calling it my home base because this is where I usually start all my adventures or journeys. I go do my thing there and I head out and I get lost. This is one of my hobbies. I do this regularly, twice a week, once a week. Gonna have fun, get lost. So the thing is, yeah, when I first watched you making your videos, but I love Dan. You guys don't know I love Dan differently. No, the videos he makes are hilarious and they're very interesting. And when he asked me what do you want to talk about, I thought it was interesting that I got lost in life and I found myself. I'm happy about how I found myself and how I'm continuing to find myself, because it's always a journey. You're never going to get to the destination until you die. At the end of the day, it's never about fully understanding who you are, because we're the worst judges of ourselves. So it's only about being content and understanding that who you are is someone that you want to be and not someone who you're forced to be because of your environment.
What do you do when you walk through this road?
You know, I usually listen to music. I'm trying to cut that out and listen to the Quran. I am Muslim. And I just vibe, you know. I'm here taking pictures, looking, watching.
At what age did you aware that you were lost in life?
For me, specifically, at the age of 16, I found myself lost, okay? Being lost isn't a bad thing. It's just where you understand in yourself that you're not who you want to be. And I was around the age of 16 when I realized that. I was living with my mom and my sister. No father figure in the household, or older brother. I have two older brothers. One of them doesn't take responsibilities very well, and the other one wasn't around. But yeah, so I took the responsibility upon myself to be sort of the man of the household, right? Obviously it's hard, it does take a toll, but I had to do what I had to do. It wasn't like I was upset I was doing that. I was kind of like proud of myself I was doing that, and it made me the man I am today, so I'm happy about that. And just to like put it out there, the man I am today isn't someone who's done anything amazing or really achieved anything crazy. I'm still 20 and I'm still building and I have a lot to work on. I feel like it's when you get to that point where you're like, I don't like who I am and I don't know what I can do to be the person who I want to be, right? So essentially that calling always comes from within, but you're never gonna get that calling if you're always looking for comfort and you're not looking to change and you're not looking for growth and you're happy with who you are. It's good to be happy with who you are, but at the same time you need to always be looking to be uncomfortable and looking to seek growth. And at 16 I was. So I was in my bed, I was doing a lot of things that I wasn't proud of, and boys were actually lost. That's crazy.
we got lost while trying to find ourselves. We were still lost, you know what I mean? Nah, more like, you know, safety, man. Or more like security, you know. Crossing the road, making sure you guys don't hit the wall.
Being comfortable with being discomfort, right? Now when you're lost, you shouldn't attack yourself and talk shit about yourself and then dig deeper down that hole of, you need to be happy with who you are, but at the same time, looking to grow. And getting to that point where you're happy with who you are, that always takes time because you need to build something. By setting myself a role model and idolizing that role model and making that role model who I want to be. And I envisioned that, I lived that, I acted in that way, I thought in that way, I ate in that way, as if I was who I wanted to be. And the only reason I did that to myself is because I wanted to be uncomfortable. I wanted to grow as a person. If that doesn't come from within, nobody can force that upon you. And the only way that comes from within is you need to sit there, reflect, understand you're not really who you want to be. And that's an uncomfortable thing to think about, but you have to think about it. You have to reflect, think about it, and essentially find a way out of there. Here's home base.
Home base.
We're just buying, we're gonna leave. We're buying, we're gonna leave. I've never had a bad experience
That's
in
a
home
good.
base.
That's a good moment.
Now, just to touch back on it, what is being lost? Being lost is not necessarily hating yourself, but wanting to grow and not knowing how to grow. And my experience in how I grew was self-reflection and understanding what I needed. Judgment comes from insecurity. And if you're trying to grow, then you shouldn't express your insecurity through disrespecting other people. Just because you're lacking in some areas, be proud of that, understand it, take control of your life, right? And set a goal and achieve that goal. I've always understood this, but one of the things that's come to life to me is the goals you set for yourself, never try to be realistic or compress them. Have the fucking craziest dream on the, like, anybody's ever heard of, right? Because one thing I've noticed about my goals and my dreams is that I'll get exactly that and I won't get no more. It's always you versus you. Set that goal, and once you get to that point, set another goal, right? I recently set a goal for myself to make a certain amount of money in a week because I needed to make that money, and I only made what I needed. I'm not saying I'm not grateful. I'm saying maybe if I set my goal to make 2,000 within that week, I could have potentially gotten it. I feel like we're too harsh on ourselves in the way that we don't really stand at what we really can achieve. You can achieve a lot more than what you think.
Going out, meet new people, you realize that, oh shit, these people can do that. That means I can do that as well. Getting out of your comfort zone, it makes you have a new set of belief, new set of...
Expanding your mind as well.
Yeah.
Seeing new things, experiencing new people. Maybe someone has done something that you'd never think you're able to do. And once you saw them do it, it gave you the confidence within yourself to do it yourself. Kashmir. Kashmir. Oh, it is Kashmir.
Yeah, take it, bro. Take it. Bro, it's life, isn't it? Little things.
What is like some ladies like?
Yeah. Some lady dropped it. Some elegant lady dropped it. You never know, man. I think Daniel's safe, man. He looks like he's been through a lot. Strong immune system.
Back to the topic. Like, you know, the little small things. It actually show you take life for granted. The moment I have now is now. It's not in the future or not in the past. I think that everyone seems to be forgetting about it. Even me. I think even you as well. Sometimes
of course.
Stress over.
Humans are very limited, right? And being arrogant as a human is the stupidest thing ever, because we don't have control over anything around us. If you have something planned, there's no certainty that it's gonna happen. Only a certain thing in life is death. And they say taxes is as well, but not necessarily. Nothing is in control. There's no influence with the world around us besides being us and experiencing it. Now it's about wanting to get out of that being lost. You've got to really want it. To the point where you're willing to be uncomfortable. To the point where you're changing your life. It's how you set those small habits in place to make you who you are when you do that. Right?
Yeah. I kind of get what you mean now. For example, every time I wake up, I feel like shit. And so what's the small thing that I reflect on is that I always check on my phone the moment I wake up. So I decided to change that. Alright, I'll just go take a walk 10 minutes every day.
Can I say something? So you found yourself in a position where you were unhappy.
Yeah.
Okay? What you did is you reflected.
Yeah.
And you were like, why do I feel like this?
Yeah.
Okay? That's the first level that people need to get to. Because people never reflect and they never think about why do I feel like this. They're just why they're never critical about it. Because they're too insecure to look deeper into themselves.
Or too scared.
Or too scared to be uncomfortable. That's very damaging. Being uncomfortable is one of the greatest things God has given us. Because that's what brings growth. I feel like the main things about being a man are taking responsibility, knowing when to suck it up, being loving and caring, and being soft. Being compassionate is uncomfortable to someone who's not comfortable in their masculinity. That just because I'm being soft and loving and caring doesn't mean I'm not a man anymore. Being a man doesn't necessarily mean being able to be the strongest guy in the room and having, you know, the biggest dick. That's just ego.
You have any?
Is there anything that I'm missing out on? I feel like I'm gonna go home and just like remember a whole lot of shit.
Yes, sir. Now you're getting out of your comfort zone by talking.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you feel uncomfortable talking in front of the camera?
I was comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I just pushed through it and I got the video done and we're good. Summary. Number 1, realize that you're lost and be comfortable with being lost. Okay, don't stress out, don't panic, don't blame yourself, don't hate yourself. Chill, understand you're lost. Okay. Step number 2, reflection and setting goals. Looking back, being critical and being uncomfortable while you're doing that. And then when you do that, you're able to pinpoint certain things that are making you feel the way that you are and not allowing you to achieve what you want to achieve. The way you achieve it is through the small habits that you change in your life. Now the third thing, always grow. You're never at a point where you're not perfect anymore. You're never there. So you always gotta grow. You always gotta keep stepping. You're always gonna make mistakes. You're always gonna be lacking in certain areas. Be uncomfortable, reflect about it and continue. Rinse and repeat that all the time.
It's good.
It's good, very good, very good.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yep.
That's a conclude from Boys to Men, part 4. He's one good friend of mine. He was in my corner during my first Muay Thai fight. You know this motherfucker, yeah, in his head it's all about grinding. When I tried to ask him about girls, he told me, nah, I ain't got no girl. I got grind, bro. I need to cut hair. That's what he does. I admire that type of shit, man. Like he's not distracted. He's locked in.
Tunnel vision is what you need.
Yeah.
When you're in a place where you want to grow and get to that final goal, seclude yourself and push. That works for me. It might not work for everyone. Part 4, let's go. Bilal part. Yeah. To know. We're out here, man. We got lost. Don't put my teeth in there.
So.